Do you believe in ghosts or angels? Let me tell you about an encounter I had. I was 8 months pregnant with my son when he passed away. And I ended up having to go to the hospital to have an emergency C-section. And while I was in the holding room before you go in for surgery, a woman approached wearing brown corduroy pants and a flowered print blouse. And she began talking to me, asking if I was doing okay considering the situation, explained what the surgery was going to be like, and started going through my medical records. I thought she was a social worker or a chaplain volunteer or something. She wasn't wearing scrubs, so I didn't think she was a nurse or a doctor. She was just wearing civilian clothes. I went in for surgery, and when I came out, I woke up and I see her standing there flipping through my paperwork. I started coughing. She immediately turned around, grabbed a pillow, put it across my stomach, and pushed down on my stomach because the pain was excruciating. And she said whenever I had to cough, make sure I put a pillow across my stomach and held it tight because it would make it feel better. I remember I asked her if I still had my uterus, and she said I did. And she continued to just talk to me about the loss of my son. Another nurse came up, asked if I was okay, or a nurse came up and asked if I was okay. And I said yes, considering the situation, I was doing okay. And she said it was very smart of me to put the pillow on my stomach. And I was like, do you not see this chick standing here? The nurse went away. And I looked at the lady, I said, I don't know your name. And she said, my name's Ever. I said, oh, that's a pretty name. It's unusual. I've never heard anybody named Ever before. That's pretty cool. So we continued talking about my son. They went to bring me back up to my room, and she followed with me, and then she got confused in the mess of people that were up there, and I didn't see her again. It was the next day. I was in the room alone with my in-laws, and Ever walked in. And I woke up because I was sleeping. I woke up to her rubbing my feet. And I said, Ever, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming to visit me. I could tell she had tears in her eyes, and I asked her what was wrong, and she said that she had been in the hospital 11 weeks prior and had a baby, but the baby was having problems, not surviving, but thriving, I guess you could say. So she had been in and out of the hospital for 11 weeks dealing with her own baby. And she just said, you are so strong. I can't believe how strong you're being through this. And I said, well, you kind of don't have a choice.